Namaste, good morning. Namaste, Gopal Bhaiya. Namaste, all the quiet for us. Welcome to the morning session.
नमस्ते भैया।
We will start with the sharing of Premanand ji. Namaste, Premanand Bhaiya.
Namaste, Sunil Kumar ji. Namaste, Gopal Bhaiya ji.
Namaste. So I will put your brief introduction. Then you can place your sharing within 20 minutes.
Yes.
So yeah, today we have here with us Dr. V. Premanand ji. He is an associate professor in psychology and in the institution of St. Agnes Center for Postgraduate Studies and Research, Bangalore. He did his introductory USPFDP in June 2024, and he attends the morning session. He uh, conducts this session usually for his colleagues at the college level, 1 hour for USP content to the students also, for our PE students precisely. And Bhaiya attends the morning session from the 11th batch. So with this brief introduction, I welcome Premanand ji for his sharing in the morning session. Over to you, Premanand ji.
Thank you, Sunil Bhaiya ji. And namaste to all the co-explorers. Namaste to Gopal Bhaiya. Thank you for the brief introductions, Sunil Bhaiya ji. And with regard to my family consists of my son and my mother, and wife is no more. And I have a brother who is in Cochin. Now he's a software engineer in Tata Consultancy, and he has a family, wife, and one son studying there. So before I start my presentation, let me tell what I have observed, particularly what happened during this morning session, session 12, morning session 12 batch. What resonates still for a long period of time. From the last session, from Ganesh Bhayaji, during his presentation, he mentioned, he was presenting his topic very nicely, and it was so resonating. And the one who asked the question said that, yes, your answers were really resonating. Thank you and appreciated. At the time, Ganesh Bhayaji immediately he mentioned, like you, I am also a co-explorer. That really hit me because the answer was so nice, so resonating, and particularly I kept him in his higher level where he is. And when he says, like you, I am also co-explorer, suddenly new perspective opened. From that point of view, I started to see all my gurus and all my gods I am praying become co-explorer. And also all the living beings, and not only living beings, even the mountain. I felt like that. Everything in this universe seems to be co-exploring the nature. I felt like that. And second one, right utilization from Gopal Bhayaji's presentation on mobile phone usage. Some co-explorer were asking about how to use it, how with regard to how the children using mobile phone. And the moment he mentioned about right utilization, again, it also hit me. And I was able to see some changes in my family also, because my son also was using a mobile phone. And right utilization, when he talked about that, he is also able to understand. And we could see some changes in the behavior also. And the third one, physical fitness, something, whatever I'm going to present now, is purely when my physical fitness is very high, I'm able to observe very well all the 7 steps in the first exercise, and also 7 exercises in the second. At least logically, I'm able to close. I think based on my understanding, I feel like that. And the last one, last week, Sharna ji was, though I do not know Hindi very well, in the last session, Sarla ji was giving last week's session, giving some correction to the questionnaire and also the presenter with regard to that means people are not corrupt. Corrupt means I think it's not no problem. I think based on my understanding, that also resonated with me, because one of the therapy in psychology we call solution focused therapy. One of the tenets is don't fix things if it is not broken. I repeat, don't fix things if it's not broken. From that point of view, we all are not broken, but always we try to fix ourselves. Not only fix ourselves, but also every other people. I felt somewhere because the basic intention of everyone is to be happy and prosperous continuously. When that is there, no one is broken. Then why we are trying to fix? That was also resonating with me a lot. With that note, let me move on to the first exercise. So be aware. Observe your imagination at this moment. Yes, I'm able to do that. As I mentioned before, when my physical fitness is sound and loud, I'm able to do this observation very clearly. Observe your imagination at this moment, the desire, thought, expectation, and without reaction. And that this is also a major component I also learned. I am observing it as a witness, but as in only as an observer. But I'm not responding, not reacting to what is happening. Yes, I'm able to do that. I'm able to see that. Is the feeling that you have at this moment naturally acceptable to you? Yes, at this moment when I'm talking, yes, whatever the feeling I have, I'm able to acceptable. But it's not the case throughout the day. It will fluctuate. And as and when it happens, probably my observation may not be there. I am into the task I'm doing. Probably I may missing that. Are you in harmony, happy with the feeling that you have at this moment? Yes, right now I'm happy and harmony with the feeling I have now. Because sense of belonging is there, and also I'm able to notice I'm comfortable in sharing, particularly when there is no conflict. So I'm harmony with the feeling right now I have. As I mentioned before, it is not the case throughout the day. It may change, and I may not be happy with the feeling I will not have. Probably at that time, some kind of resistance and some kind of fight with my own feelings, and also whatever is happening around. Are you, who decided the feeling that you have at this moment? And it is very clear that yes, I am deciding. Though the situation, whatever it may be, it's not what is happening outside or what somebody else. I'm able to see that how you respond or the feeling that I develop is I'm deciding that I'm able to see. On what basis did you decide the feeling you have at this moment? Did you decide it based on the understanding or on the basis of assumption? In most of the cases, even now, what I can say, it also could be most of the time it is based on assumption right now. Why I'm telling this? Because even when I say, yes, I have the feeling, but I'm not 100% sure. In the sense, if it is complete understanding, there is no two in me. In a single piece, probably I know that what was the feeling, and in a selfless state, probably I may talk. But right now, some state is there, and most of the time, I could see in a day. Which feeling are naturally acceptable to you? Obviously, relationship, harmony, and coexistence is the naturally acceptable feeling. Because when that is there, I completely feel selfless. No ahankar, only aham is there. And when ahankar, particularly based on sanskar, when it again, some kind of resistance, opposition will be there, disharmony will be there, some struggle I could see in my feeling. We explore within to understand relationship, harmony, and coexistence in its completeness in the context of whole nature and existence. Yes, as I mentioned before, when my physical fitness is sound and loud, I'm able to see that. It's a completely selfless state where no ahankar, only aham is there, wherein I can find the relationship with the every rest of the things. And in fact, I don't see myself, but self is there in a way, a selfless state where self is already connected, which is already existing, and which is already harmonious in nature, and which also coexist, where no split in me is a selfless state where it finds its relationship, harmony, and coexistence in completeness. As I mentioned before, when I think about it, when my physical fitness is sound and loud, I'm able to see it. Ensure that the feeling that you have at this moment is in line with the feeling of relationship, harmony, and coexistence, not otherwise. Yes, right now I'm able to think. When I think about it, when I put myself in a selfless state, yes, there is no you and me. All are related, all are harmonious, and all are coexisting. The word coexisting, like I mentioned last session, so divinely in nature. On this basis, I'll be in a state of harmony, happiness, and this moment. It's a purely selfless state. When I'm able to understand relationship, harmony, and coexistence in its completeness, then I'll be able to decide my feeling, thought accordingly in natural manner, and I always be comfortable within. I'll be in a state of harmony and happiness in continuity. This is what exactly happened when I say I am in a selfless state, where uh, everything, when nobody is there in me to fight or oppose, then obviously a subtleness naturally emerges, in the sense nobody is there to fight, nobody is to create disharmony, nobody is there to struggle. Then in a natural manner, without any effort, naturally I could see it is happening. And the more I'm able to be in this state, more I am in a selfless state, the more I am in relationship. Naturally, without any effort, it is happening, and it is harmonious, and I could see the coexistence when it's a selfless state. So this usually, when I'm, as I mentioned before, when I sound and loud, fitness, physical health is sound and loud. Then this become foundation for the next exercise, exercise 2. So when in this state, yes, I am there, I exist. The body is also there, the body is also exists. So in the first exercise, when I see that sometime, even in my school days, when I was not particularly involved in some kind of a martial art, taekwondo. Initially, I was going for that. Taekwondo. It's a sports-related self-defense art. I could remember immediately after the sparring, my body was so light, and I felt my body was like flying. In the sense, I couldn't see that my body was so I couldn't feel the weight of it. So it was so light. I felt I was flying. And in that situation, my sense organs are very keen. I'm able to clearly attend whatever is happening around, because sparring means we have to fight with the other person, where we have to be alert and aware. And my body is for because of regular exercises, and this one was sound and loud, and the body was so light. At that time, I could see I'm there, and body is also existing. That I'm able to see very well, and I transact information with the body from time to time as and when required. Yes, I'm able to see this, but in comfort transaction information, I couldn't understand very clearly. But if information is based on communication, probably yes, I'm communicating to my body, and I'm giving instructions. Yes, I'm able to see. This I could see. I'm the one who decides what instructions are to be passed to the body, and what sensation are to be read from the body. Though I literally learned about this, I started to practice this only when after I joining in UHV. Yes, I know that I'm selecting the bodily sensation. For example, right now, whatever may be there around in my room, I am looking at the screen. All of the sensations are falling on my body, but I'm choosing and putting rest of the thing in the background. That is, I'm choosing the sensation, and what sensation are to be read also fine. Right now, speaking to this August audience is very important for me. So I'm deliberately choosing it consciously. But even other time when I'm not completely aware, also I'm also choosing that I'm not, but I'm choosing unconsciously. That means subconsciously. The fourth step, while reading the sensation, I'm not the sensation. I can read the sensation taking place in any part of the body from where I am, being different from the sensation. Yes, I'm able to see this very clearly because uh, right now, whatever the sensation I have in the body, it is there and it vanishes. When it is there, I'm there. When it's absent, I'm there. I'm there to see its absence. I'm still continuing. So I'm very clear that I'm not the sensation. I'm not in the sensation. So these are like a passing cloud. I'm the one who always witnessing, which is relatively permanent to observe what is happening in my bodily sensation. My interaction with the body or the world outside the body by way of sensation. I derive the sensation by decision, give meaning to the sensation. My reaction or response depends on my samskara. And this is, yes, it's a major insight for me because I never paid attention to how my facial expressions were when somebody else is speaking. And I never noticed that. And I started to see, though I think that I am calm, at sometimes people could sense that I am not actually calm through my facial expression. Now I'm started to see this is actually my blind spot. Now I'm able to sense it. I'm able to see it, and gradually I'm able to work on it. That is what exactly I'm able to see with regard to fifth step. 6A, I tend to react if my sanskar is based on assumption. I decide my feeling, right or wrong, become happy or unhappy based on the external outputs. I react exactly, particularly when it triggers my values. For example, with my son, when he uses his mobile phone continuously and he has his own way of move, I never knew that I am reacting. I have a meaning that suppose if he is going to continue like this, and what will happen to his future, and he has no clue about his life. And suddenly one day he himself told me, do you think that I don't uh, want to be scoring high mark in my exam? I also have, but I do not know how to make things happen. Yes, slightly I will continue. That really hit me because he is also aware of it. But my idea about him was different, and based on that, I was reacting. Though I felt that I am a nice parent, but in the sense in way of I'm behaving, but it was true, not true. I was able to see my own true self, particularly based on sanskar, how I was reacting. And I respond when my sanskar is based on understanding. I continue to remain harmony when I understand. Yes, exactly when as I mentioned before, when I take effort to know these proposals, at that time, when particularly when my physical fitness was very high, sound and loud, I continue to remain in harmony. With the right understanding, my feeling remains natural in accordance with it. There is no pretension. I'm not acting. I'm not pretending. I'm in my true natural state. I continue to be in the state of happiness. It's even sometimes it's not about happiness or unhappiness. Whether I'm happy or unhappy, I'm able to note it and I'm comfortable with it. And that is the new discovery in this morning session, 12th batch. I use external input to rightly evaluate the external situation. I respond, yes, I'm able to see things as it is. Yeah, that means now my own interpretation is gradually reduced. I'm in coexistence in space. The body is in coexistence space. Uh, though logically I'm able to understand it, but experientially, if you ask me, I still have a question because sometimes I feel that I may enter into a timeless space where I think I'm able to experience it, but it's mainly logically, but experientially, I'm not sure. How many steps are you able to see in yourself clearly? Yes, as I mentioned, if my physical fitness is sound and loud, maximum, at least logically, I'm able to see it, but it fluctuates, depends upon the situation. Happiness is your inner nature and not the effect from outside. Logically, I'm able to hit it, but experientially, if you ask me, whether I'm able to experience, it's my innate nature, happiness. Based on my new insight, whether I'm unhappy or happy, I'm comfortable with it. From that point of view, yes, logically, I can say that my innate nature is happiness. If you can see the happiness in your inner nature, natural character, then what is your program to ensure it? My program is to be in a selfless state. That's the only guaranteed state as of now, based on my understanding, which is maintain my natural characteristic in my nature, happiness. How much of this program is for favorable and sensational from outside? Obviously, it's doesn't depend on external. It's not phenomenal. It is nominal in nature. How much of this program is keeping in focus on the self? Yes, obviously, it's purely based on self. It's purely based on natural acceptance because nobody is there to accept or reject. That is selfless state. Commitment. How much time can you devote for developing right understanding, feeling? In fact, if logically and also personally, if you ask me, 24 into 7 should be the time should be devoted. That is my willing. But because of my sanskar, I am not able to maintain that. How much time can you devote for social responsibility emerging out of natural expression? And based on my understanding about UHV proposal, it also should be 24 into 7. But my priorities, based on already committed from different roles that I have taken, it is pulling and pushing. Yes, I'm also working on that. At least we can devote 2 hours for each day. Obviously, it's more than 2 days for sure. I'm sure, at least personally, and I've started to include some of these contents during my whatever the program I conduct. For example, just 2 weeks back, I conducted a workshop that is tapping solution for thanatophobia. Thanatophobia means fear of death. In that, right understanding about our how to go beyond our fear of death, right understanding that we frequently discuss in UHV helped me to directly hit the very core of the program. Unless or until you understand, right, have a right understanding, you cannot deal with fear of death. In fact, almost all religion, even including the UHV program, I personally feel the underlying component is we have the fear that we may die. So right understanding is very important. That the proposal which I learned from UHV, I start to use almost everywhere in my the workshop I conduct, the seminar I conduct, and some of the proposal from here I am using it wherever I go. I got the opportunity to conduct some input program for my PG students in our college. I was able to, and my mentor here, Adelaide, in our college, actually she also gave me some opportunity, but because of this program I couldn't attend that. So in future, when opportunity naturally emerge, I'm sure that I'll be getting part because no other go. This is the only way I found, like all other pro explorers. Thank you all. Namaste, everyone, for your patient listening, and thank you all for giving this opportunity.
I request Gopal Bhaiya to give his comments regarding Premanand's share. Gopal Bhaiya, over to you.
नमस्ते भैया
Namaste, Gopal Bhaiya.
जी so nice to hear you भैया so भैया this is your second batch na
This is my second batch.
and you have attended all in continuity.
Yes, actually, this time I couldn't attend because of other commitment. But in the beginning, I couldn't attend some. Even last session also, I couldn't attend continuously. In between, also some of the program, other commitments were there, so I couldn't. And most of the sessions I attended.
जी जी nice भैया. So are you doing some other spiritual practices also?
Yes, Bhaiya. Yes, yoga I am practicing. Actually, since my childhood days, I was practicing simplified Kundalini yoga, Yogaraj Vedatri Maharishis. Along with that, I'm practicing this also. And my subject is also related to therapy, and mostly I'm into existential philosophy. So it has a connection with, highly connected with the UHV.
Okay, okay. Nice भैया. And you are teaching psychology, right भैया?
Psychology, mainly focusing on counseling and clinical psychology.
Spiritual psychology.
Clinical.
Clinical psychology. Okay.
Dealing with mental disorders and. Yes.
Nice भैया. So you are able to relate UHV and psychology both.
Yes, very highly.
Yes. So what difference do you see here in psychology and UHV?
If you ask me personally, psychology is not complete because nowadays they are borrowing more ideas from Eastern philosophy, particularly from Indian. Initially, mindfulness and all was not considered, which is from Buddhist philosophy. Now it has become third wave therapy, which is bringing a lot of changes in the mental disorders. And so when I look at that, yes, obviously, instead of moving and here and there, directly we can get it from here. That's my idea. That's the reason, one of the primary reason why I joined here when my mentor Adelaide recommended UHP for me.
जी.
And this gives
Nice.
completeness by it.
Right. Psychology basically talks about tendencies, and UHV is also helping us to unleash your inner potential,
Yes, sir.
to see the things in completeness. So nice, Bhaiya. So you have good background.
Thank you, Bhaiya.
That's why you are able to relate UHV steps. And definitely these steps will help you to counsel students also.
Yeah, a lot there. Actually, even my class, I'm share you using these proposals, and it helps me a lot. It's easy for them to understand also.
जी. Nice, Bhaiya. So Bhaiya, you can write down also psychological principles and parallelly UHV principles. You
Yeah,
can
yeah,
prepare a document how
yeah.
UHV is helping you to see things in completeness. Up to
Sure,
what
sure.
extent psychological principle is helping us to counsel students. So this parallel comparison
Yes,
will
yes,
help us.
yes, 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 yes. Sure, Bhaiya.
जी.
Yes,
And
I'll work on that. I'll keep a journal on that. Yes.
जी. Nice, Bhaiya. You are listening very well, and as you have good background, that's why you are able to relate uh, these UHV principles with psychology.
Yes, Bhaiya.
And I hope you will continue in the next batch.
Certainly, Bhaiya. Yes, I wanted to.
Yes. So continuity is very important here,
Yes, yes, Bhaiya.
and as you have that kind of background, so you will understand all the proposals very well.
Yes, yes,
जी. And these proposals also help you
yes, Bhaiya.
to
Actually,
understand the psychology.
I cannot say I can fully understood everything, but some more is there I can that I could feel in UHV. Some more is there. Yes, but
जी.
surely I can do.
Ji. Some more is there, that is our intuition, but
Yes, yes,
that more can also be realized.
yes, yes, ma'am.
And with the full human potential, when we see the principle of psychology, then we can evaluate up to what extent they are able to help people and what work need to be done on psychology also. So
Yes.
nice, Bhaiya. So best wishes, Bhaiya. Keep continue in next
Thank you,
batch
Bhaiya.
also.
Thank you, Bhaiya. Sure, sure.
Namaste, Bhaiya.
Namaste.